Hey, this is Mia. It's 7:51. I think I was waking up around 6-ish, which I didn't like. There, somebody was, like, the street sweeper comes by, but I heard it at, like, 7 something. Maybe it came, there was some big loud truck, and then somebody was running a blower across the street at 7:15 in the freaking morning. I'm like, in my mind, 9 o'clock, dude. Like, don't make a bunch of noise before 9. And the street sweeper, I can understand, because they usually run in the evening, in the nighttime, which is still annoying because it wakes me up. Trash cans, or trash trucks, recycling trucks. So this is my check-in video. I've been really struggling my whole life. I did a bunch of billing, and there's nothing on my bank account. And I'm like, oh no. You know what I mean? Like, there's no payments this week. I don't think there was any. I think there was a couple last week. And yeah, there's nothing. And I'm really freaking out. I'm like, I wish I had the time of when it came through. So the 9th, which was last Tuesday, and then before that, the 2nd. And then nothing today. So I don't know what's going on. But I did my article and I did not hear back from anybody. So I gotta find my, let's do this now. I gotta find my personal picture. Let's go. Headshot. Last time I saw where I put my headshot and it still had the writing all over the top, and I don't think I can access it from a website. I thought they were going to send me the actual files, and there was supposed to be like 30 something pictures, and there was like horrible, like, I don't even know how to say, oops, shoot, I don't want to do that. It was the nightmare of nightmares. I wish I had got my money back, because that lady sucked. Okay, so, there's nothing under headshots, so I'm trying to think, where did I have? To look under pictures is, I'm about to do pictures, camera roll, save pictures, screenshots. Let's see if I have it under save. Nope. Camera roll is a whole bunch of stuff. Let's see. These are all videos literally 100% of them. Scans. A couple scans. A couple of screenshots, which I don't remember how to do screenshots, so I might not have the pictures. This looks like one scan and another scan. Shoot. The only thing I can think is a picture. Employment. Let's see if I have any under there. This is my really old picture. Oh, it just disappeared. Oh my god. So this is the picture from like 09. I'm gonna use this one. I am way thinner in this picture. My hair is, when I wore like a huge silk scarf on my hair. Someone's telling me to use that picture. Something. I gotta get some new. Dang it. Where did I save those professional pics? Let's see if they're in my phone. Alright, so there is a Project Echo, New Mexico alcohol use and mental health today, but it is in Mountain Time. I think 12. So I think, is it 1 or 2? I think it's 2 o'clock my time. Family practitioner direct. They do not do Indeed profiles. Practitioner direct allow physicians to submit an NPDB report electronically to participating state medical boards. This eliminates the need for you to process, receive, and manual mail this report from NPDB to a board. This will save you valuable time during your licensure. What if I just went and took the the USMLE? What if I just would test it out? That would be cool. I heard you could do that to be a lawyer. I'm not positive though. So you guys, I watch my girly shows and I'm thinking, watching people on TV, whether it's based on a real story or fiction, or a combination, historical fiction, and I see a lot of people helping each other and bettering their lives and like sacrificing, and I get made fun of, and the TV shows get made fun of, but then if someone's going out dressing all sexy, all the women have silky, straight hair, light skin, and that's like everyone's killing each other, fighting to the death, like getting away with all these crimes and robbing, stealing, pillaging. And for people around me, that's acceptable TV. Like, I was thinking of my friend when I went and borrowed Terminator 3. One of the times I borrowed it from the library, and she's like, don't put that kind of negative stuff into your mind. But this is the way I see it. At the old church, they would talk about the devil. Knowing the devil and knowing your enemy. You're going to go out to a war and not know the stories of what your enemy, and it might not be like, oh, I'm just going to fight because I want their diamond mine. It could be like, I'm going to fight to defend. So think of the people like that I want to be like. I want to be helpful, risking my life, risk sacrificing my own money that my kids should be getting, being in debt, almost killed myself in an automobile accident, shadowing for birth. Bringing this and protecting what you know. There's criminals, there's rapists, there's kidnappers, there's white collar crimes, there's scam, some calling. Can you hear me now? Like, all of these different things. And it's like you're seeing. My mind wants to think that I'm back in Greco-Roman times or something. Anyways, it's like you could hear stories and research. Okay, the enemy, they're on their way. They got 10,000 troops. We only got 4,000. They got these kind of weapons. They got this. This is some of the stories that they participated in when they pillaged the last village. Like, so my mind sees it as, oh my god, that's horrible. That's gruesome. It's almost, you can get, like with the news, desensitized to the violence and the destruction and the demonic and evil things that are happening around you, which could save your life in some situations, or it can make you just not give a care about anybody or anything because you're so desensitized. You're just hearing it over and over again because your body has got to cope. You can't just keep freaking out. And then you go to your resources, do the best you can with what you have. If you got a little bit more money, a little bit more iron to forge, or steel, or whatever, to forge into weapons, if you have found out that you could dig a trench or, put up a stone wall because you have enough time and, someone just dug up some stones, that's how I take certain, more like science fiction, the AI, the machines took over, this happened, somebody nuked something, in my mind I'm thinking, as soon as someone's pushed that stupid button, and those missiles starts taking 40 minutes to go across the world, you best hope you have your bug out bag, you have your bunker, you have your any kind of currency that you think will work, you have your fire starters, your wool socks, whether you got a bunker in your home, if you're like me and you don't have any house that you own, no basement, no hidden trapdoor under the garage, and you need to figure out. 40 minutes is nothing. If you, I'm just saying this scenario. If you watched a movie and you see, oh, this is fiction, I'm glad it's fiction. But then you see a science fiction movie from 40 years ago and a science fiction book from 80 to 200 years ago, and you see that stuff come true, and then you're sitting there trying to type an email or fill out an application on your phone, and everything freaking auto fills and does all this stuff wrong, and driving to crate takes more time, and you're like, stop the machine, it's taking over. Can't do anything. We had an apartment where these ovens, it's probably a recall, there's these electric ovens. We usually don't have electric ovens, it says manual controls. They probably have some kind of motherboard in them, but they don't have any digital readout screens. We had an electric oven that said, a bunch of these ovens were being triggered by something when the cell phone. So they were turning themselves on because some frequency from you can't have any nice stuff anymore. Anyways, Y2K, the fear and panic that people went through, and I don't know if anyone else was clever enough to do what I did. So when I look at a potential threat, an enemy, a storm's a brewing. A storm's not a brewing, but it brews itself. I was scared. We were trying to find a water fountain at the park, and I wanted to do the exercises on the benches, or on the there's some benches at the exercise park where you go to the little stations and follow the prompts. I saw the clouds rolling in, and I didn't want to get stuck in the rain, and a few days ago we got stuck in the rain, but we both had a raincoat, and we were pretty drenched. And I see people out front without a, I have a store. I should go out and sell ponchos. That's not a bad idea. Like, you guys would be like, what happened to your medical practice? Oh, insurance still wouldn't pay me, still wouldn't credential me, so what did I do, you know? Anyways, Y2K, I was very poor. I owned a home. We had a gas oven and stove. Somehow mice were getting in there because I had my ex-husband left me a pizza in there once, which we were really low on funds. He left me a pizza in there, and I went in to finally get it, like a frozen pizza. So it's like a treat of the year. Like, I don't remember ever having a frozen pizza. And they're freaking covered in mouse turds. I was so disappointed. So disappointed. Yuck. Anyways, I was super poor. Had our own hand well and electric well. So we would have been able to tolerate if there wasn't any electricity. We didn't have any. I don't think the septic needed electric. There was an outhouse on the property. And a bunch of properties you could be digging. My son was like, why don't you dig a hole? Why do you have to have a bucket? I had to talk to him about that because I was like, then I tell him that he's like, where this place is, there is no hole to dig. There's like cement pavement everywhere. Brick. Oh, my neck hurts so bad. This is from the car accident, guys. Oh, it's... Okay. Back to Y2K. I heard my dad say, if this electricity goes, I don't care. I gotta go to the bathroom in a bucket. I thought that was silly, and then but I actually bought a toilet seat to go in a bucket. People use pool noodles. Y2K. Really poor. I was a tobacco smoker. Light tobacco smoker, so we had big bags of tobacco. I was in West Virginia. We got tobacco because it was probably cheaper to buy the big bulk, like we did in rolling papers. Pack of lighters. I don't know, like a big, I always like the bigs. I don't know if it was a 5-pack or whatever. We got at least a pound of pinto beans from the store. So that's all we could afford. I didn't even have any bottled water in this life of mine. Like, I wouldn't have been able to even buy a 30-cent refill your own bottle with filtered water. I didn't have any containers or coolers to put water in, so the tobacco, which was our normal thing, but we had a lot of it, about 5 lighters, at least a pound of pinto beans. That's it. That's all I had. That's all I could afford during Y2K. I said, we can take something and make a fire with those matches and go outside if we had to travel and build a fire, go get some water from somewhere, boil the water, boil the beans, and eat beans. I didn't even get any salt and pepper. I told my dad if communication stops and that the world ends, that I would walk from West Virginia to his house in Michigan. Let's see how many miles that would be. It's 300 something miles. That's only like 8 hours from here. Man, it's out in the middle of nowhere. Oh, Genoa. I've heard about that. Genoa. What is this? Offer available. Rustic. Cravings. Oh, it's like a cabin for rent. Oh, and some yurts. That was smart of them. Check in Sunday. Check in Saturday. Check out Monday. General store on the property in case you forgot anything. It doesn't give you any. So it's like a hotel right up the street. Oh, that's a good idea. I always wanted to do that. I'm so mad. It's making me feel sick. Someone had an Airbnb that was just like a hot tub or a sauna room with no sauna. And literally the same benches, the same vents, the same area in the corner where you would put fire. Alright, let's do directions from reverse it. Dunlaw, West Virginia to Michigan. 9 hours and 1 minute. 525 miles. It's pretty much a straight shot from West Virginia right up through Ohio into Detroit near Lake Erie, then up to Lake Huron. So you cross the railroad tracks. Pretty much a straight. We've done that drive a few times, by the way. I miss having a house that I own. Walking, it would take 7 days. Biking in 2 days. Could you imagine doing a two-day bike ride like that? It'd be pretty awesome if your legs would be burnt. So 7-day walk. Yeah, like if you do preview, it's like oh, it goes up and down from 500. It ends at 554 feet. The highest is 1,047 feet. Campgrounds. What is all this? Oh, that's in. Also, there's campgrounds. So you have to walk through Saginaw, Huntington, West Virginia, past Wayne National Forest into Ohio, Toledo, Flint, Saginaw.